So you've been curious, right? You want to know what you need when you're starting your tanker journey. You may want to come to Prime and you're not sure of all the items that you're going to need. Well, Prime is going to set you up right just to make sure you have your list to know what to buy. But what are the tools that I use as a new tanker driver, food grade tanker driver, when I'm offloading? What items do I use the most to get the job done? What can you start out with so you don't have to spend too much money when you're starting out your food grade tanker journey? I got you. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. And as usual, let's get into it, y'all. Okay, y'all, so I try to do a different video for y'all. I think this would be more on the educational side for you guys. So pretty much, if you're thinking about starting in the tanker division, you're not really sure how certain stuff work or what you'll have to get in the beginning or when you're starting out as a tanker driver, I just want to show y'all some of the tools that you'll need, and most likely, honestly, some of the tools that you probably won't even touch. I'm going to show you exactly what I really use on a day-to-day basis when I have to do my pump off. And I apologize for the noise. I'm outside. It's a little bit of different vibe. It's a different vibe for y'all. So I'm outside. I'm doing like a little spring cleaning in my apartment, and also for the truck, I'm gonna get some work done on the truck, cleaning the truck and stuff like that. But I just wanted to do this video for anyone who's probably wondering. I never got to do a video when I was doing dry van and reefer to show what I keep in my toolbox, so I felt like this would be on the educational side. So I'm gonna show y'all some of the stuff that I keep with me while I'm out there working, doing tankers. So for this right here, this is the spill kit that we get at Prime Inc. So this is something that you definitely get when you start out. Before you leave the terminal, they pretty much make sure you have this, so it's something that's recommended. I haven't had to use everything in here. The only thing I've used so far is the spill mats, and I haven't used a lot of them because what's going on is, for the most part, let's say I'll use 4 of them, I can actually clean it, wash it, and reuse it. I recently had to throw it out because I think I had like palm oil, and that kind of like saturated the whole mat, and I didn't even think I want to keep those, so I actually throw those out. But we have so many that it doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying? We have a good amount to use. So right here you have the super sorbent. It's an absorber for when you have a spill. You can go ahead and use that to soak up. It's almost like kitty litter, if I want to say that. You can use it to soak up the spill of whatever products that you're hauling. You have, I'm gonna call this, I don't even know what to call this, right? But it's basically, it creates a barrier so you can put it around the spill so it soaks it up and it doesn't cause it to go out of that barrier to get on the floor. Because you know, some of the shippers, or not even shippers, receivers, they don't really like for any spills to be on the floor in the yard. They're pretty much lenient for the most that I've seen, but you still always have your special shipper or receiver, I should say, that actually prefers for you to be good, everything to be up to par. They don't want any kind of spills at all. What else is in here? There's also a bag in here as well, but for the most part, the only thing I've used is the spill mats. That's the main thing you're gonna need to have, is the mats to basically put down when you're doing you're checking the inside of the cabinet, just to make sure everything's together. You got your wrench and all that stuff, just making sure everything's up to par to prevent any spill or any issues when you're offloading. So that's the one thing right here that Prime Inc. gives you. I'm gonna rest it right here on the ground. Now this, before I left the yard, I got like a big tarpaulin. So additional to the spill mat that comes in the bag, the spill kit bag, I actually got this. And I'm gonna put the link because I think I got this at Walmart. Or yeah, I got this at Walmart in the auto mechanic section. Now I have to bring it inside to go ahead and clean it, because my last offload was for soybean oil, and at the end when I was unhooking my tube, there was a little product left in the hose. So basically that came out on the mat, but luckily I had the mat. It's very absorbent when it comes to the product, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some cleaning so I can have it for my next load. Right here, I personally decided to keep this. So I keep this for additional spills. Basically, any additional spills, I keep this as a backup or for storage. And then this right here, I keep this little bin to go inside the cabinet. So this is what I go ahead and put under the elbow just in case there's any leaks. So I definitely highly recommend getting extra bins, you know, the smaller bins, so you can have it in the cabinet just in case there's any issues. It's been good so far, so I gotta go ahead and clean that out. Like I said, it's spring cleaning time, y'all. So I'm gonna set this to the side. Right here is my bucket, right? This is a 5-gallon bucket, and this is what we mainly use. So this is what I keep to store my stuff in, and also this is what I take when I'm basically coming out to go up the dome, vent the dome, and then take it around with me to the cabinet for anything that I'll need. So I'll show you what I really use on a day-to-day basis when I'm doing the offloading or pump off, whichever way you want to say it. So this, I still haven't used this. Y'all know what this is. So this, of course, I keep my hard hat. I have to have it with me at all times. So this is when I go to the AAK or the ports. Whatever shipper or receiver requires me to keep a hard hat with me, this is basically what I use. Rest it right there. So always just make sure it's close by, along with my safety jacket, of course. My seals, I keep my seals with me. I just keep everything in the bucket. Majority I have in the bucket, and I have in my tool bag. So I keep that for when I have to go pick up maybe like an empty or a dirty trailer and I don't have a seal on it. So I'll put my own seal on it just so I can record it for my pickup trailer. And then I'll keep it for also when I'm leaving the receiver and I have to offload a product. I'll put a different seal on there so I can record it when I have to drop my trailer to be washed out at the tank wash. This right here is my fitting. So it's one of my fitting. It's a double fitting right here. So this is one of the main fittings that you'll use. So this is what I use to connect from the cabinet to the hose that I'm gonna go ahead and connect to the shipper, or let me just stop saying shipper because we rarely do the live loads and stuff. This is what I'll connect to the receivers, the hose that I have to stretch to the receiver's inlet or outlet to go ahead and start the pump off process. So this connects to the elbow that you have to take off to have the product come out, and then also connects to the hose that you're going to connect to that same elbow to go ahead and start your offloading process. And everybody's passing, they're probably like, what's up with this chick, you just blocking us? But whatever, they gave me a ticket, so I do not even care right now. This right here, y'all, my cam lock, I have 3 of them. My cam lock straps, I basically use this to mark all my my cabinet areas. So I'll mark the little opening up top that I barely use, but I still have to go ahead and put a strap on that just for security. Then I go ahead and I do the elbow at the bottom where the product comes out of, and I'll also use a third one as a marker for where I have to attach to the customer's receiving end inlet to go ahead and start the offloading process basically. So 3 cam lock strap is what I keep with me in my bucket. And this pretty much is the 3rd cam lock strap that I was talking about. So I didn't lose it. I thought I lost it at a receiver, but I didn't. Now this right here is your best friend. It's the double-sided wrench, the large wrench. So this is what you go ahead and use to make sure you tighten your larger nuts on the cabinet, the upper nut and the bottom nut to the elbow. This is something that I never neglect. I always have to do it, and for the most part the bottom elbow is the one that I realize most of the time is normally not tight enough, so I have to make sure I get that done. So you go ahead and put it on the nut, and you go ahead and tighten it up as best as you need to, or loosen it up if you have to take off the elbow for any specific reason. But this is something I use on every single occasion of offloading. Rubber mallet. This is also your best friend, another one that you're going to use a lot. So this, basically the main thing that I use this for is for the wing nut on the top of the dome. When I have to open the dome, basically sometimes it's a little bit too tight, so I'll basically go ahead and use the rubber mallet to just pry it open a little bit, just to ease it up, so I can go ahead and turn the wing nut. But this is one of your best friends. Also, if you need to knock in anything, maybe fix anything, loosen anything, this is your best friend. So this is something that you'll constantly use. What else is in my bucket? See, I got some spill mats that I need to clean these, so I'm gonna put it to the side. I have my cutter. This is something that you'll need on every occasion to cut your seals. Not only to cut your seals to open the cabinet and open the dome to vent it, but you're also going to need it to basically go ahead. And these are wire or metal seals. Basically what I do is go ahead and I use this as my shims. So I'll go ahead and I'll cut it with my wire cutter or my seal cutters to go ahead and put this in the fitting, just to make it tighter, just to make sure I don't have any leaks or anything coming out when I'm doing my offloading. So again, these are the wire seal or metal seals that you can go ahead and use as your shims for your fittings. So again, your cutter, best friend. What else I have in here? And then I just have my bag with my gloves in there, just in case I'm at a receiver that doesn't want me to, well, you shouldn't be touching the fitting and stuff like that, or in the cabinet with the dirty gloves. So you basically go ahead and change off from your dirty gloves to the latex gloves, just to make it more sanitary for yourself, and just to make sure the shipper or the receiver is not upset with you, pretty much. What else do I have in here? So this, if you're wondering what this is, this basically we normally use to hold the stuff in the truck, right? Like if I have my microwave, this is what I'll use. The fridge, you see I have it on the truck. This is what we use to secure that. It's almost like a bungee. You can call it like a bungee, right? But this, when I did my training, it was recommended by my instructor to use this to hold on to the cabinet, to basically make sure the cabinet door doesn't swing open and cause any issues, just to hold it back when you're basically trying to connect your hose. I'm gonna hold off for a minute because a UPS truck is passing. So you basically use this to connect to the cabinet, to hold it back, just to make sure it's not in your way, basically. So I have that on there. So that's pretty much it for my 5-gallon bucket. That's the main thing that I keep with me, and that's everything that I use on a day-to-day basis when I'm offloading. I'm just let y'all see. So these fittings I have not used at all, so I haven't had a need to basically wash them. So this is my second fitting, third, fourth, and fifth. Now because this is open and exposed, if I had to use this, then basically I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to the tank wash and make sure it's washed, because clearly this could be seen as a contamination. But again, I haven't had a reason to use any of this fitting. I just use one fitting, so that's 5 fittings that we get when we're starting tankers, but again, we only use one, and you may use the fitting where you have to do a reducer just to get it on the customer's inlet or outlet. Separately, for extra storage, I bought this at Walmart. I'm gonna try and see if I can go ahead and give y'all a list in terms of where I got all my stuff, but I got everything from Walmart, and some of them I bought on Amazon. So Amazon and Walmart, I didn't have to go to like a hardware store, Home Depot, what do you call that place, Tractor Trailer Supplies. I didn't have to go anywhere like that, or O'Reilly's, anywhere like that. So I've never used this. These are my knee pads. I got this because when you go on the top side of the dome, it tends to put a lot of pressure and a lot of prick on your knees, you know, the patella. I'm gonna use that, the patella, but I still haven't had a reason to use these as yet. But just in case, we tend to, or we were told to buy it, and I actually thought it was good for me to buy, but I haven't had a reason to use it yet. So knee pads, I haven't used this yet. So the PB Blaster, I haven't had a reason yet to use this, but again, it's summertime. We're going into summertime, so spring, summer, so it's warmer now. So most of these products, I think you're gonna need it in the winter time, but I haven't used it as yet. So I have zip ties, because zip ties always come in handy anyways, and sometimes you can use that to hold stuff. I'll make it tighter, like the outlet I was talking on top where most of the receivers may take a sample from, the upper portion part in the cabinet. So that will be good for this, or anything that you have to hold up together. So zip ties, duct tape. I use duct tape a lot regardless. I always find something to fix. This right here is a hook kit. So I got this on Amazon, and the hook kit is good for when you know you have to open your cabinet you have to fix. I'm trying to remember what that area is called, but you basically use these to remove the smaller rubber gasket when you have to do any kind of repairs on the cabinet, just to make sure there's no spills and things of that nature. So it's a hook kit right here. Y'all, it was so hot outside, I just had to stop talking. So this is a 10-inch groove joint wrench. I don't use this. I haven't had to use it. Yeah, I don't know when I'll get to, but I haven't. This is an extra fitting for my in-transit heat line, just in case I need to fix anything. So Prime provides us with that as well. Let's see what's up here. This is my socket toolkit. So this you need for the faceplate to go ahead and remove some of the nuts, just to take that faceplate off. It's just easier. But I'm going to show y'all what I almost forget, right? What I forgot in the bucket. And that's something that you use on a day-to-day basis. But you can also use the socket toolkit to go ahead and take off the nuts to remove the faceplate as well. So right here, this is my my wrench, my 8-inch adjustable wrench, and I use this to check the smaller nuts on the faceplate to make sure it's not loose, just in case I need to fix it. I haven't had to use the Teflon seal tapes at all, so I'll just put that to the side. And right here is my special dandy friend, my LED light. Instead of the flashlight, I prefer to use this right here. This is clearly a lock. Prime provides that as well, but I always keep my own. Right here, it's a 5th wheel puller, and this was recommended to get the hose. So sometimes the tank wash will leave the hose all the way in, and the 5th wheel puller, we can use that to yank the hose forward so we can pull it out and get our process started for the offloading. It's really good to have. I haven't had to use it so far. Right here, it's also provided by Prime at the terminal. It's just extra seals and gasket for if you have to fix anything that's loose or has bad wear and tear and can cause a spill, basically. Yeah. So y'all, I just wanted to show y'all just something more on the educational side. Y'all, it is burning up out here. It is burning up out here. It's about to hit 90 something degrees. I'm about to run back in the apartment. It is too hot out here, child. I know I'm Jamaican, but they can keep this. No way, no way, no way. But I wanted to do this video just as on the educational side, basically just to show that when you're starting out, you don't need to buy everything on that list. I got majority of the items that was recommended to get at Prime starting out with tankers. And honestly, it's good to have it, because at least you know it's better to have it when you need it than to need it and not have it. But I think if you're starting out with tankers within the spring or the summertime, then most of the items that I had in the bucket, that's sufficient for you to start with, because for a lot of us, we don't have the money to be spending on certain stuff that you won't need right away. So you can hold off on some of the items and get them a little bit later in the year, or when you know that you're making some money, decent money, to go ahead and buy all of that items that you need, right? So I just wanted to do that video just in case anyone was interested and wanted to know what exactly we use on a day-to-day basis when we're doing our offloading for the products with tankers. There you have it. I'm gonna do my best to see what I can find, or better yet, I'm gonna drop a list on the posting section where I post like regular pictures and stuff, just so you can see what I got from Amazon, what I got from Walmart. But basically, when they gave us the list, I just went on Amazon, I typed it in exactly how it is. Whatever was on there, I created my cart, and I went to Walmart. Whatever was on there, I created my cart, and boom, that's how I got it. I ordered everything online. I had Amazon products shipped to the campus inn, and then I had the Walmart item. I paid for them online, and I just went and picked it up at the pickup section. So it's easy peasy for me doing that. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video, and I don't want to say this, but the next video is gonna be a very interesting one. You might want to tune in for this. You will not be disappointed. Yeah, you want to stay tuned for that one, and I need y'all help on that video, so we'll get into that. But as usual, I want to thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for hanging it out, toughing it out with me throughout all my challenges and things like that, me just going through it when it comes to this trucker journey of mine and now tankering yankers. But as usual, thank you so much. It's your girl, Just Trucking It, Tati, and I'm signing out. Catch y'all on the next video.